Good morning. This is the Susan of the North with the rune of the day. Ace. ANSUZ was replaced in the Anglo-Saxon Futhark by the rune Os, which turned up earlier in the week. And it's been a week where a lot has been culminating. From Sunday, where we were dealing with Ior and the vulnerability of life force energies, revealing Monday's rune, Quiorth, or negative consequences to our actions that may follow behavioral pattern triggers from when we were kids that grew out of survival mechanisms and wrong beliefs and mistaken self-talk and just all of that type of thing coming together and having to sit with it, maybe in something that happened that day, and having to face yourself and understanding that engaging the witness is the most profitable thing to do during these circumstances, and then being emotionally honest with whomever was involved in that with you is spiritual growth, but it's not always comfortable. And that came into Wednesday's reading, or Tuesday's reading, I mean, being at home with yourself and understanding that your work you're doing in emotional healing is also generational healing. So you're not only working on your own healing, but you're working on healing the generations and the trauma of your ancestors and the people who came before you. And ultimately, that will contribute to collecting of the healing of the human collective, in which we tripped upon Wednesday. And the rune Os turned up on Thursday as a form of self-expression, the highest that is in us, giving ourselves that which we need for our own growth and self-care. And I wanted to compare the two runes because after the week has passed and we had the rune de Gaz on Friday, which was a really good rune of, an understanding has been achieved and we've come to terms with ourselves in some new way, leading to conscious expansion, spiritual expansion. And we draw the old god rune, Ace, and I wanted to compare it to Os for a minute. My leg got bad there for a second. Okay, it's like almost like with Os, there's two arms reaching upward in the way the rune is drawn. And, it's reaching upward is reaching in our more conscious state, being creative and in the flow of life and, making do with what we have and just creatively using our lives to, our own purpose and our own happiness. And yet coming to sort of that breakthrough on Friday. Saturday is all about just letting yourself be. You don't have to rush around trying to accomplish things. You don't have to rush around trying to become more than you are. It's enough that you are. You are enough. And this rune is telling us that all of those spiritual energies that we have been through, struggled to find, uncover, enlighten in ourselves, all of these point to guiding our life on Earth, our life in Midgard. So it's okay to just be and allow the pace of the day to set what has to be accomplished in the day. So I wanted to leave you with that thought. This is Susan of the North with the rune of the day, Ace.